I've been busy, so this is just one video of all of the Korean Transformers released last week and announced to be releasing very soon next week at the end of the month. Starting off with the underdog Choi Rock, we have more all-stars of Chrome Red T-Raccoon and Chrome Silver Smilo-kun. Yeah, so T-Raccoon, the main Kun egg, is now in plain red, Chrome Gold, and Chrome Red. Just 3 different kind of shiny eggs. So now that completes the full set of the All-Star Wave 1 Kun eggs. And a new All-Star Sky SWAT. It's good to see her again in her old classic sleeker Veloster-shaped generic car form. All in a nice clear smoky black. Although that chrome bumper really does stick out and kind of ruins the stealth vibe the clear plastic's giving. That's an odd randomly chromed piece. Just like some old Transformer toys. Tobot Dato's Heroes started airing in March. And Tobot Sonic pre-orders are open this week. Yeah, be the first to get a discount off of this 60,000 Korean won item. Okay, I guess there's a little more features that's going to this price. And a free International Storm Joe, and a sticker book, which is much more unique. Tobot Sonic's promoting the new 2024-2025 Hyundai Santa Fe, a much boxier type of version, the new, more futuristic, modern interpretation of that old classic SUV. In Serenity White with the calligraphy trim wheels. Of course, the inner limbs do bring out a lot more color. One asymmetrical red wristband, a number 7 on its back, and like a red headband around that kind of hair-like folk spiky foliage really does give it a nice soccer player motif. Tobots use body language to express other than their expressionless faces in default robot mode. What I'm saying is, those blue eyes surrounded by that much black around actually does kind of give it a nice contrast. Does make the eyes stand out. As with the soccer cleat-shaped feet, although they're looking a little flat to fold up for transformation. Glad to see these new Tobots are getting all of the standard points of articulation like the biceps, thighs, and waist. You can get Sonic into nice running poses, kicking his striker ball, which does fold out on a clear strut in which the Koroid can ride around in. And of course, that metallic-looking ball has magnets to activate the LED light. It is a pretty interesting transformation for a boxy van. Like, the shoulders are just like Tobot Z's, just the fold-overs to cover those biceps. And the legs are the Siege Hound transformation, where all 4 wheels end up on the legs, and then, those inner legs just fold out into large panels to go all the way across the body. Plus the extending waist to get it right in there. Yeah, if you like the Santa Fe and or just this kind of soccer robot, yeah, this is like literally a perfect soccer mom vehicle. Yeah, this is a nice pickup, whether you just want to ship it over or wait until 2026 for the international version. As for the others in the same season, they're coming soon. There's a Naver live event coming up in April, so the pre-orders are up there. I'm gonna see if there's actually something I want to order to get some freebies. Even with the freebies right now with Sonic, I still don't have the immediate need to get it right now. On to Samji and Mini-Force Dinoid. Rex Kaiser is releasing right at the end of March. So of course there's early sponsor reviews, as with all these. There's a big, massive, chunky, dynamically sharp Tyranno robot that is going to be well over liter size. It has all the articulation points, including knees, thighs, bicep swivels, and some really spiky dino claws that are the kneecaps, so he could really give someone the knee. It does combine with a dino car, which is a direct upgrade of the original Mini-Force Super Cops Patrol car. I don't think I've ever seen any Mini-Force season that just directly picks up from the old suit before directly upgrading to the new one. I think this might be a first. So I guess that means Pixel Power is just a non-canon offshoot or a small alt universe. And also the most short-packed Mini-Force toy line in Korea ever, with literally only 4 products. Because what's the point of importing and localizing those action figures and roleplay toys now? But you gotta love that car has a normal-faced robot face in there to be covered up by the full helmet. I mean, that's a really cool super robot sequence that you only see in the animation, but the fact that it is in a toy is pretty great. Even if, he doesn't have much head if you only have that robot head, but there's style when you combine it. And from the same Samji Entertainment, Sky Gallop, its retail price will be $50, which is very affordable for a leader to commander-sized giant plane. A big cargo plane that's based off of a MCX type of shuttle, just with that split tail fin and that really orca-shaped nose cone, but with added VTOLs. This is just like Rise of the Beast Stratosphere, but better and cooler and actually exists as a toy. With a 5.5cm fuselage, it is going to be a bit of a shame she's not going to scale with most other Cardbots. Well, at least it looks like mini cars could scale well. Yeah, there should really be a mini car scale line, Hot Wheels scale like Cardbots or Tobots. There's Hello Carbot Mini, so get onto it, because diecast cars are just tiny little Legion class. Maybe slightly shorter than Gigant Rex or Trinity. Yeah, we're just gonna throw out the scale, but I guess still sizably big if just displayed by herself. Yeah, it looks like she has all the good articulation points, the thigh swivels and the bicep swivels. Although, the cone fuselage, hand covers are there, and not sure if there's really a waist swivel with that much of the plain back on the back. And no ankle tilts. But it still should be posable enough. And the weapon card, the Wind Rudder, that just gives her big centaur rear legs. Which of course would be much more stable, but those legs look like they're mostly one or two pieces, no side ankle tilts or no extra knees. Yeah, it might not be the most dynamically flat-footed, but it still has a presence. And together with the saber arrow, that is another, tail as weapon parts-forming piece, but it can be a sword and a big old longbow. That just completes the Centaur Knight. Yes, so Sky Gallop is a great, just very dynamic, multiple aesthetics in one, like a giant cargo blade, archer, Pegasus, Centaur. She'd make a great complement or an affordable alternative to other similar Centaur robos like the Pegasus Saber. The toy designer for confusing things. That obscure statement of there are no female metal cardbots, that is apparently a blanket statement for just all of them. I hesitantly kind of thought could be passed with Cielo because of age, and even though Sky Gallop is a knight who treats Milady with the utmost respect and chivalry, you cannot tell me that giant bot with that voice is not a big mother. For some reason, I dropped it from my last review regarding this topic, but I think it's just more likely just a creative difference between the showrunners and the toy designers, what they intended. Or maybe the toy designers were referring to the inherent fact that robots are not exactly like humans, and that might go down to the gender, but then why didn't they say there are no male and female Metacarbots? The fandom is in two minds about this. I guess the majority see Cielo and Sky Gallop as ladies, but then the other half adhere to the canon tweet. And in the grand scheme of things, it might not exactly matter that there may be a none or few fembots in a race of machine robots that mostly fight and have some different other societal structure that is not traditional human social structure. But that's no excuse for some real humans to try to escape their inherent design and identify with fictional robots. I rescind my confusing statement on Cielo and declare they are both beautiful ladies. So thanks for listening to my personal thoughts on the latest and newest K-Robos that you can buy right now locally or ship over or wait until next year for localized versions. And so go check out other people's reviews and build a community there and here. And until next time.